Why should you always have at least 2 knitting or crocheting projects going at one time? Okay, some people think I'm going to be crazy about this, but this is my reasoning, my rationale for always having at least 2, not also 3, knitting projects going at the same time. So, sometimes I'm more tired. Sometimes I only have a few minutes. Sometimes I'm really gung-ho to try something new, and sometimes I want something comforting and easy. And so that's why I always have multiple knitting projects. So like right now on my needles, I've got this top-down t-shirt style shirt that will be great for the spring, but obviously it's fall now. So I've got until next spring to knit it, and it's going to take me that whole time because these are like size 2 needles, and it's kind of a complicated pattern. So this is going to be a long time in the making. Whereas other times, I don't have the mental capacity to deal with something like this. I need something like this. These are size 10.5 needles. It's a really lovely alpaca. This is going to be a hat. I'll have it done in a week, less than that. It's really nice. It's easy. The pattern is super simple. And I can just relax and do this and not have to think too much. I also, right now, have one in the middle. So this is a cardigan that I'm working on, a top-down cardigan. And it's about halfway done. I've got both sleeves and I need to finish the body and do the edging. But it's a size 9 and it's knitting up pretty fast and I don't have to do a whole lot of mental capacity with this. But I do have to think about it a little bit. So it's somewhere in between the other two of a little bit more difficult and super, super easy. So I try to spread out my projects and have them at different levels of intensity, using different size needles and for different reasons and different types of things, like a t-shirt, a cardigan, and a hat, instead of always having, if I just have one, then I'm like, this, my brain hurts. I really don't want to do this one right now. But then sometimes I'm like, you know what, I'm really gung-ho and I can really think about things and this is just a little bit boring. So that's why I suggest if you can do it, if you can manage it, having multiple projects will always give you something to knit on, depending on where you're at, both in like your fatigue level and your mental capacity. And then you always have something like, oh, this is a great project to take with me, whereas this is getting a little bit big and bulky and I don't want to take it like on a train, for example. So that is my rationale for always having at least 2 projects, if not 3. I will try not to start a 4th one, I promise. So let me know in the comments, how many projects do you usually have on the needles or on your crochet hook? What do you think is the right number? Or do you think that I'm absolutely crazy having more than one project at a time? Let me know.